Here we go, guys. It's happening. It's finally happening. Finally got 3.0. Let's do this. Dendro Sumeru. 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 So unfortunately, I didn't record the first two parts of Sumeru because I was just way too excited. I just wanted to enjoy it and just binge it pretty much. And I really like the story so far. Like the lady who's just always tripping on shrooms, and Calais being like Amber's #1 fan was just so adorable. And then the whole Paimon, what did you do to this poor girl moment? It's just I've just loved it so far. So here's where I started to record from the story, and I hope you all enjoy. Not as much as Yinger's experience with perfumes.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Welcome. Welcome. How can I help you to...
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question.
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos to...
So it's a party
Many people
port.
often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia.
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can listen in.
Yes, eavesdropping. Oh, yep, it's not even gonna hide it. We're straight up eavesdropping. Cool.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of the Scarlet King, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion.
Doesn't he kind of look like
They've also
Klein from
amassed a
SAO?
significant amount of more
Must be the
this
headband.
time, so we mustn't underestimate.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when the Scarlet King exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
An uprising.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the
This is
chance
gonna
later.
end well, I can tell.
Huh? Who are you? What do you want?
I am... They don't like... I'm a traveler.
A traveler?
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the
Oh
students
shit.
say
Well, they don't
elements are
like
wary of
students either
outsiders?
because they like the Lesser Lord.
A student?
Oh,
What's a student
okay, I
from
guess that was the
Sumeru
correct
City
answer.
doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford
No.
it?
50.
Huh? What is this, some kind of joke?
Oh, sorry. He must have grabbed the wrong amount. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
100. I'll double it. Okay. Or, you know... 500.
I can't stand to see so much more ago. But there's
Is there really no other choice? We could
right
beat them up.
now.
That's what we always do to the trash hoarders.
Here, this is the merchant's ad. The Scarlet
they're
King
not
was
happy.
the rightful god of wisdom. But he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless
Dun, dun,
wretch destroyed the Scarlet King's
dun.
civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the academia to cover up the truth of her actions and create the merciful and benevolent
That I can actually
facade
kind
for
of
which she
believe.
is now known.
Like, whoever
Just
wins gets
thinking
to
about it
write the
sickens
history
me.
books.
Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the
Hide your
more
kids,
you're
hide your
worth.
wives, and hide your Mora.
Hey! Shut it, Alhaitham! What are you...
Not so fast. First, you return
Yes,
500,000
I'll
more
take
to
that
them.
back. Did we get it? Was that a yes? Or did they just
Please,
leave?
I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us
Hey,
our Mora back,
my man
but
got
sent
our
the
Mora
Amorites
back.
running too. Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. Let's catch up with him and ask some questions.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something.
Of course I do.
I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant.
The little genie.
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad. Is that something we can learn quickly?
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight?
Nah, never heard of it.
Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any more left over, just keep it.
Sweet.
Oh,
So it's like the
and
black
be
market.
sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately. Your efforts will be for naught if they catch you.
No. Look again. We're obviously wearing mourning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
The warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
Got a dash. Sumeru's largest commercial port sure lives up to its name. Look at all the merchants, and everyone seems excited just to be here.
How did things end up like this?
I don't know, you don't look too excited.
What's bothering us is this prototype Aranara. To start with, could I get your opinion on it?
What is it? Is it a rock?
Prototype Aranara? You mean this wood carving here? Looks like a mushroom monster to Paimon.
But when I finished the prototype Aranara yesterday, you agreed that the kids would like it. That's why we tried bringing it out for a test run today.
Well, I never thought they'd dislike it so much.
What'd you make?
Oh, what should we do?
So for context, Aranara are magical creatures in Sumeru fairy tales that live in the forest. For the store's 20th anniversary, we plan to release a series of hand-carved toys based on the Aranara stories that kids know and love.
Okay.
This is a prototype we made to get an idea of how they would react.
Maybe
When we put it
smaller?
out there, the reaction was not quite what we'd anticipated.
They thought it looked like a mushroom too, huh?
Rough crowd, buddy.
No, worse than that, actually. I can't quite describe it, though. And I'm also not very good with kids. Maybe you could ask them for yourselves.
Cassid and Alia didn't like this carving, but I think it's okay.
It's okay. It's not great, but it's inside. It's okay.
It doesn't look too happy, so it's kind of pitiful in a cute way.
Damn, that's rough. That's brutal. It's pitiful in a cute way.
Oh, a positive review!
As positive as you're gonna get.
Yeah, so I would totally ask my dad to get it for me, if it wasn't meant to be a Nara Nara.
Oh, well, that took a sudden turn for the worse. We asked the children for their opinions.
It's pitiful. They said it's pitiful. It's pitiful in a sad, funny, sad way.
Oh, how did it go? Has it maybe, grown on them at all? Oh, this is such a shame. Why isn't Tanger back from Gandharvaville yet? Uncle Tanger is a famous children's author here in Port Ormos. He wrote quite a few stories in the past, but none of them were popular among children. Just like our prototype Aranara.
Copium, man, copium.
But around a year or so ago, he suddenly had a eureka moment or something, and suddenly the children loved every one of his stories.
That's right. My little Ghaffari loves his stories too. The whole reason we decided to make these carvings was because we saw just how popular the Aranara are among children.
Jumping on the hype train, I see.
We asked Tanja for guidance, but right after he agreed, he went off to Gandharvaville with his son to look for inspiration. They haven't returned yet. We were running out of time, so we had no choice but to carve an Aranara based on our own imaginations.
This kind of reminds me of Game of Thrones. It wasn't finished yet, and then they're like, we'll do it ourselves. That didn't turn out so well.
As you can see, this was a result.
Last season Game of Thrones.
Oh, we have to do something. Hey, since you're the famous traveler, could you do us a favor and look for Tanger in Gandharvaville, He doesn't have to come in person if he's too busy. Just ask him to write down his suggestions and bring his notes back to us, if you could.
Get good. I think that's his notes. Get good.
Please, if only to put a smile on the children's faces. And, of course, you'll be well compensated for doing us the favor.
They seem pretty desperate. Let's help them out. To see the kids smile. And also for our reward.
We'll do it for the kids' smile. Also because the kids are taking pity on him. Like, it's pretty bad when the children are taking pity on the adult.
Yep, let's do it! So Tanger's supposed to be here in Gandharvaville looking for inspiration. But how do we find him? Should we yell his name at the top of our lungs?
Naturally.
Hey, buddy. What's your name? What are you doing here all alone? Do you live in Gandharvaville? Regardless, don't worry. As a trainee forest ranger, I'll do everything I can to help you.
Hi, Miss Forest Ranger. I'm Rozzy. Don't mind me. I know the way back to Gandharvaville.
When people say, don't mind me, what they really mean is don't worry about me. That's all the more reason not to leave you alone. Hey, don't cry. What's wrong? Take your time. You can tell me all
We're
about
totally
it.
not eavesdropping on an intimate, like, sentimental conversation at all. Definitely not. No, that'd be weird.
Huh, that voice sounds familiar. Paimon's heard it somewhere before. Oh, it's Kale! And a child who seems to be upset. Oh, let's go say hi. Hi, Kale. How have you been?
Paimon and Traveler. I've been doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. I'm helping Master Tainari patrol the forest. What brings you here?
We're here on an errand. We heard your voice, so we thought we'd come ask you for help. You seem kinda busy, though.
I'll be fine. You go help them first, Miss Forest Ranger. I'm okay, really. The sand got into my eyes, that's all.
We have impeccable timing. We are such great people. We are just totally intruding on this child and their sentimental moments.
What a well-mannered child.
What an ill-mannered traveler in Paimon.
Sand? There is not a lot of sand in a forest. You keep saying you're okay because you don't want us to know what you're upset about, right?
Maybe.
That's exactly why you have to get it off your chest.
That's why he was opening up until Traveler and Paimon came. Two strangers that he doesn't trust.
Here's a trick. If you're keeping a secret that bothers you, you can try telling it all to a tree hollow.
A tree hollow?
Yeah, a tree hollow. Do you know Tanja's stories? The Aranar living in the forest will patiently listen to every word children say. Maybe there really are Aranar living in the tree hollows that will listen to you.
You like the R&R stories too?
Of course! I love them!
Oh, people who like R&R are the best. Okay, I'll try telling my secrets to a tree hollow. Thanks, Miss Forest Ranger. You know everything.
See, that was good. That was sweet. That was really nice of her.
Aw, you're just exaggerating. Anyway, I'm trying to be like my friend, who always does her best to cheer people up when they seem sad. So, how are you doing? Feeling any better now? The forest is very dangerous, so how about we stick together?
Sure.
Wow, Cully's so good with kids.
Yeah, much better than our interrupting them.
Well, helping children who are lost in the rainforest is all part of a forest ranger's duty. So, what was it you wanted help with? You're not lost too, are you?
Yes, we're very lost.
Okay, so you're looking for a children's author from Port Olmos called Tanja. And he's here in Gandharvaville, looking for inspiration.
That lizard just going crazy in the back. Look at him go.
Wait, when you say Tanja,
Oh man,
do
that
you
lizard's
mean
just
the
trying to get
Tanja?
away.
That's right, Uncle Tanger.
So he's in the area, looking for inspiration for a new story as we speak?
Oh, is she a fangirl?
This is amazing. Could you wait for me for a second? I'll run Razzie back to Gandharvaville and then I'll be right back.
It's cool. I'm gonna catch that lizard as soon as his cutscene stops.
I've always been curious what the man behind those incredible stories is like in person.
Maybe he's the familiar.
Tanja's just a normal guy.
Nope.
Even so, he must be more creative than most people.
Oh, that's the kid I'm calling it. That's his son. And then something. The kid's related to him somehow. My guess is son.
Wait, hold on. Razzie, do you mean you've met Tanja before?
Mm-hmm. He's my dad.
Called it.
Your dad? Tanger's your dad? As in you're Tanger's son?
That's why he's sad, because he doesn't get any attention.
Uh-huh.
Ah, Paimon sees. That guy at Akara Craft told us that Tanger brought his son along with him. So he meant Razzie. Why are you here on your own, though? Did you and Tanger get separated?
Or is it child neglect?
We had an argument. I was upset, so I ran off here by myself.
Or that, you know.
Oh, in that case, we should take you back to Gandharvaville first. Then we'll look for your dad and tell him where you are.
And then maybe he can sign my book.
No, I'm good. Thanks for your advice, Kale. I'm not so upset anymore. Come with me. I'll take you to him.
Oh, sweet. That works.
Hey, thanks, Razzie. Paimon thought we'd be spending the whole day looking for him.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm actually gonna meet the Tanja.
Oh.
Man, I love how excited she is for so many. We got her. Yes, that's exactly why. Well,
So
I
Tanja
did that
headed this way.
plus. Okay, where'd that lizard go?
I know this place pretty well.
That lizard.
Follow me.
Lizard is gone. Lizard. Got it. Okay, where am I going?
Oh, Razzie! Thank goodness I finally found you. What would I do without you, my son? Were you in danger? Did the wild beasts scare you? Did the stars guide your way?
Okay, so he sounds like a good guy. Like, he sounds like a good dad.
Okay. All thanks to their help.
Thank you. Thank you all. I dare say that even the most cold-hearted Spino crocodile would be moved to tears by your kindness.
Oh, it's nothing. It's all part of my responsibility as a trainee forest ranger. I'm the one who should thank you for creating so many wonderful stories for the children of Sumeru. I love them too.
Really? I didn't know anyone read my stories apart from young children. That must mean you're still in touch with your inner child. Okay, then. I have the inspiration for my next story. It shall be about an Aranara granny who's a child at heart.
Oh my god. Is he calling her a granny? Oh, I felt like that went from, like, a really nice compliment to kind of an insult. And just calling her old.
It's an honor to become the source of your inspiration.
But of course it's okay, because she's a fangirl.
Whoa. Kale looks like she's about to pass out. Hey Kale, are you okay?
She drooling? Might want to wipe your mouth. You got a little drool coming out there.
I just got a little too excited.
Are you two story lovers as well? Yes. The moment I saw you, the image of an aura giant and an aura finch traveling together popped into my mind.
The real question is, where's the Ara Ara?
Akara Crafts.
Oh, you forget about him already?
Oh, right. I remember now. That small boat once sailed into the sea of my memory, but before long it floated away over the horizon, never to be seen again. Perhaps for the best. After all, a wild tempest was a-raging in Tangier Harbor.
We talking about the same thing?
What? Paimon has no idea what he's saying. What should we do? Do you think we should get Tainari to take a look at him?
Oh, they think he's on shrooms too.
Dad's saying he forgot about helping the people at Akara Crafts learn more about Aranara because right now he has something more important to do.
Oh, that's what he meant. Well, there it is. All the proof you needed that this kid is definitely Tanger's son.
Okay, so he's definitely just kind of running away from his responsibilities.
I, Tanger, have found evidence of Aranara activity right here in the Avidia Forest, conclusively proving that Aranara not only exist in stories, but in real life too.
Okay.
If I manage to document the first real-life Aranara sighting, the petty problems that perplex Akara Crafts will be untangled in no time.
Not necessarily.
Meanwhile, I may well be able to leverage this to assume leadership of the academia. Then all across Sumeru will know of the great Tanger living in humble Port Ormos.
Humble Port. Sure, humble Tanger. I don't know about that. I see. Your life must be rough, Razy. Man, even your fangirl got you questioning you.
I haven't written any papers myself, but I think you need to have a bunch of them approved by the review board before entering the academia. You also need a detailed and objective experiment record.
Good. Bring him back to reality.
Anyway, Tanja, what did you mean by evidence of R&R activity?
The hook's what's important in a story. The great storyteller Tanger never gives his audience the bait right away. Come with me.
Wait, not that way.
Kale, what's wrong?
Nothing. But that way leads us deeper into the Avidia Forest. I'm just concerned for Tanja's safety.
Just as I expected, the promise of one of my stories has kept you hot on my heels.
Or we're literally chasing after you.
This is an ordinary tree hollow. Paimon's not seeing any evidence of Aranara. Here's another note that says, "This tree hollow is my castle." That sounds more like something an R&R from the stories would say.
Can Aranara write?
There's another one here! If only I were a clever Aranara. A clever Aranara. Is the emphasis on clever or Aranara?
I think it's Aranara. Actually, both. If I was just smart human.
I boldly hypothesize that this tree hollow is in fact the Aranara's academia. The notes we saw were written by the Aranara themselves. There is no doubt in my mind about that. Oh, I shall craft a new story for them and call it The Aranara in the Tree Hollow. How's that? Don't the very words just conjure up images of Aranara in your mind's eye?
Bro, you're higher than that chick getting high off all those shrooms.
Nope.
Huh? Me? I don't know. Maybe I do, but maybe not. Anyway, it has nothing to do with me, so... Yeah, I'm fine. It's just that witnessing Tanja's creative process is a little...
Is it pitiful? Is it pitiful just like the artistic process?
Overwhelming.
Oh, yes.
Overwhelmingly pitiful and sad.
Overwhelming.
For now, I've decided to stay here with Razi until we witness the legendary moment when the Aranara appear in this hollow.
Oh, Razi, you're just a prisoner, aren't you?
Don't worry, I won't let the Akara Crafts toymakers down. When a real Aranara appears, their little troubles will be resolved in an instant.
Oh, Arakara Crafts are screwed.
Tanja, in Aranara and the Three Little Fungus, it says that Aranara are very sensitive creatures. I don't think they'll show up if we stay here.
Oh? Was that in the story? Ah, yes, I remember now. Miss Forest Ranger, you sure know your stuff.
Razi can't even, look at his face. His head was down. He's like, oh, please, just end my suffering.
In that case, let's go back to camp and call it a day. We'll continue our search for evidence first thing in the morning.
And I thought this was a place nobody knew about. I never thought Tanja would find it, or that I would run into the Traveler in Paimon.
Oh shit, is he actually onto something?
If I'd known, I would have just told the tree hollow instead of writing it down. There must be another way to practice my handwriting. Now I've created a whole new problem for myself. What do I do now? Dress up as an Aranara?
No, have Paimon do it.
Oh, no, that won't work. I should be writing something that an Aranara would never say, so that Tanja won't mistake me for one of them. But what should I write? What should I write?
Oh, poor thing.
Oh, I've got it. There's no way Tanja could see this as the work of an Aranara.
I am not an Aranara.
Mondstadt during the Ludi Harpastum again? No, that's impossible. This must be some kind of mistake. How could an Aranara go to Mondstadt for the Ludi Harpastum? Even I would never write that into a fairy tale. I can't.
Why not?
You've written so many stories beloved by the children. I'm sure you can help create carvings that are just as successful.
No! I can't do it.
Anger, man, anger.
But you've managed to write all those stories without ever having seen a real R&R, right? What makes this so different?
Razi, you tell them.
Razi's the mastermind.
Really? Can I?
It's Razi. The dad's a fool. Razi's making up all the stories.
Yes, it's fine.
He's the brains.
Tell them. I know this is
Razi's actually the brains. Tanger is the fool. He's just the face. He's just the front.
Dad isn't the one who came up with all those Aranara stories.
Knew it.
What? Hold on. So if Uncle Tanja wasn't the author, then who was it? Wait, you don't mean...
It was me. Dad's been telling stories in Port Ormos for as long as I can remember. I always got to listen to all his new stories. Every night, Dad would give me a Zaytun peach for dinner, and I'd eat it while he told his stories. The Zaytun peaches were delicious, but Dad's stories were really bad.
Truth hurts,
He
man.
always uses sentences that are really hard to understand and strange, metaphors, I think they're called. Dad showed me the picture and said that it shall become the precious record of Sumeru's best storyteller early in his career. Even though I only had Zaytun peaches to eat and not so great stories to listen to, I was happy.
He's a good kid. He's a
And
good
one
kid.
day, I tried telling Dad a story I came up with. Dad seemed really excited from the very beginning. He looked really happy. He lifted me up high into the air and told me to continue. He lifted me up so high that I was looking down at him. As I continued with my story, I saw his expression gradually change.
Like, looking down on him, possibly literally and metaphorically.
And when I got to my favorite part, Dad started crying. I guess he must have been moved by my story. When Dad put me back down, I looked up at him again, but now he had a scary look in his eyes.
He's upset he got outshined by a child.
You remember it so vividly.
Trauma, man. He's got trauma. He's bad. Dad did him dirty.
It's not only Razi. I, too, remember every detail of what happened that day. After that, I gradually grew in fame and started making money. I became Sumeru's best storyteller, just as I always dreamed. Finally, we could afford more than just Zaytun peaches for dinner. I thought it would make Razi happy.
I was really happy at first, but then everyone started calling me Tanja's son instead of Razi. I kind of guessed why, but I also didn't want to believe it. Dad got busier with things that had nothing to do with storytelling, like that request from Akara Crafts. So I made up my mind that this time, I just want to be good old Razi so that Dad will become good old Dad again. I prefer my dad how he used to be, stumbling over words and not knowing how to end the story. That's why I decided to keep how I imagine Aranara to look like a secret.
Wait, Paimon gets it now. To sum up, all of Uncle Tanja's fairy tales were actually stories written by Razi. And because Razi didn't want Tanja to keep living a lie, he refused to help him with the Kara Crafts commission.
Bro, Razi's the bigger man. Like, he's definitely the bigger man.
Yes. That's why I tried looking for possible evidence of Aranara.
Instead of being a better father, you thought you could do it by yourself by chasing known imaginary creatures made up by your child?
Not even a funny one. I'm a terrible father.
I mean, at least he acknowledges it. Like,
sorry,
that's the
Gracie.
first step.
I'm so sorry. And I owe you all an apology, too, for wasting your time.
I feel like this is what all children, like, dream of. What happening for their parents is just apologizing and admitting. But that doesn't always happen.
Razi's the only one who can help Akara Crafts. If you can manage to persuade him, that is. Right now, I think I just want to find a tree hollow and be quiet for a while.
Kind of feel bad for the guy, though.
Are we gonna let this happen?
You want me to help Akara Crafts with their carving? Well, I did mention what the Aranara look like in my stories, but to make a carving, we might need more details.
Yeah, he's the brains. He's straight up the brains of this
Kale,
operation.
Travel, and Paimon, I might need your help on this one. I've never really left Port Ormos before. This is my first time in Gandharvaville. Well, it's my first time being so far from home. Sumeru is so much bigger than I thought. Seeing new places has given me loads of new ideas for my Aranara stories. So I want to visit more places in Sumeru. That way, I can help Akara Crafts create an R&R carving that everyone will love. And I also want to take pictures of Dad everywhere that we travel to.
You still want me to come with you? Even after all I've done?
Bro, Rosie's a good kid. He's a good kid.
Yeah, of course. Come on, you're the best dad ever.
This is the happiest Razi has sounded since we met him.
I want to thank you, Kale.
I mean, Rosie's very mature.
I didn't do anything to help.
You told me about telling my secrets to a tree hollow. Even though I didn't have the time to find a tree hollow, telling everyone my secret made me feel so much better.
Yeah. It's hard to keep too many secrets. And there's no need to hide our mistakes from others all the time. I made a lot of mistakes back in Mondstadt. But when I look back on them, it all feels more like a new beginning. I'm sure this experience will be the same for Tanja.
Yes. I'll do my best to become a good father again.
So that's going to be it for the story for now. Let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed. And so now I'm just going to show you some footage of me exploring around Sumeru. These kids think they're fast, not as fast as Sayu. Cut the rope. Cut the bridge. Cut the bridge, Sayu. Don't give him a chance. You're lucky I let you live. Wait a minute. Are you looking down on me? Sayu's smaller than him. He's looking down on me. How dare. How you looking at me now?
I'm going to be just as awesome as her.
Wait. Is her name Her name's Her name is straight up Tell me about yourself, Don't mind me, I'm just reading your rations, you know. Man, I miss exploring. Like, this is so great. There's so much to do. Like, all this gray area. Man, Sumeru's so pretty. Aha, I see. This is why we have Ayaka. Ah! Wait. That's right. Oh. Or I could use the little mechanic. I'm probably doing this wrong, but that's okay.
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes, this seems...
So that's going to be it for now for this video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Subscribe if you can. And comment down below, do you like this kind of videos? Like, do you want to see more of like the story? Do you want like snippets of the story? Or do you want like the full entire thing? And yeah, thanks for watching. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye.